So.
Okay.
All right, hello everyone. Welcome back. Another tournament stream in the Age of Mythology Forge of Olympus, hosted by Metaplays. We're skipping ahead a little bit because I'm busy and I don't have time to do every match. So we're going all the way to the winners final, which isn't the grand finals. You can kind of think of it as a semifinal because it's double elim. So the winner of this match goes to the final. The loser goes to the bottom bracket where they got to win a couple more times to get to the finals. It's Kimo versus Matreiuss, and I'm not alone because I also have my good man, my right-hand man, Ryfang with me because my left-hand man is Boit. And I think we're ready to go. Ryfang, are you ready?
I am good to go.
All right,
One quick clarification on the format. Is there an advantage for the winner of this in the grand final? Do they start a game ahead or anything, or is it just standard?
No idea. You're asking too many questions here. All right, well, we're just going to get going. As you can see, game number 1, and I got it set up, is on the Mediterranean, which I would assume is probably Matreiuss's home map. But we're looking at Kimo, who's gone Poseidon. He's red. Matreiuss on the bottom is blue and is also Poseidon. So we've got a Poseidon versus Poseidon mirror. Ryfang, are you surprised to see Kimo change off of Egyptian and play Poseidon?
Wait, the maps, they knew the map ahead of time, correct?
Yes, so I'm assuming this is Matreiuss's home map.
Okay, I understand Matreiuss going Poseidon. He goes Poseidon about 100% of the time. But Kimo going Poseidon to match it is kind of strange. Hasn't Restoration for the Greek, either Hades or Zeus, been kind of the meta for this map for forever?
Yeah, it has.
So why is Kimo going Poseidon instead of one of the other Greeks is what I'm wondering off the bat here.
I don't know. Maybe he wants to beat Matreiuss at his own game.
That literally is probably the only reason. So I wouldn't be surprised if that is his motivation here, because otherwise I think Hades or Zeus would have been the better pick. And definitely not Egyptian on this map.
I'm really wanting Kimo to eat his Aurochs, too. It's nicely right next to his town center, and I don't know why he's not eating it.
Yeah, you get the higher hunt rate from the Auroch, and then it also saves your pigs for a bit later, so you get an extra food boost there. So yeah, no reason not to go for your hunt early here.
Matreiuss is getting his boar in. I think he actually put his lure too close to his Aurochs. I don't think the Aurochs is going to get spawned, but we can see Matreiuss.
He's got his boar, so he's good still.
Yeah, he's reeling the valley. Now this villager might be with where this pig is and this villager is. Oh, there he goes. I'm gonna say he's gonna path block himself. Now he sorted it out. And here comes the other boar. But yeah, okay.
Okay, Kimo did adjust.
He did, because yeah, I don't know the exact numbers, but hunting is certainly faster than pigging. So we are hunting here. And water is normal. Cuddy Danks in the chat. Ooh, Matreiuss got a little bit better build too. We can see he's at 6. And Kimo's kind of a ship behind. Oh, I need to remember. What is the... Oh, what's the command to see everything? There we go. How about we get into some predictions? So this is a best of 5. Matreiuss versus Poseidon. Kind of a classic matchup. They met back in the first season of Champions League in the playoffs, and Kimo won that. What do you think? I think Kimo won 3-1. What is your guess for this matchup here?
This is just too tough to call. I think Kimo's got a bit of advantage being able to play multiple Thivs, whereas Matreiuss being a mono god can kind of get counterpicked a bit more and plays at a bit of a disadvantage because of that. That said, Poseidon isn't that is relatively strong late game, and Kimo kind of plays a boom heavy style, which takes the game late a lot. So I still think Kimo will have the advantage, but I don't think it'll be that big of an advantage.
So who do you think's going to win?
Kimo.
And 3-2 or 3-1?
I think 3-2. I think we'll go 5. What are your thoughts?
Well, I don't.
And how much have you been following these players lately?
Not much. I've been. It's holiday season, so I've been pretty busy. So I haven't been super following. I don't know. I think Kimo's been pretty active. I think Matreiuss has been kind of active. Maybe not as much as Kimo, which I don't know if anybody is as active as Kimo. He plays a lot. I think maybe just to be different, but I think Matreiuss will win. I think that if Matreiuss would have played a little bit better in their last tournament series, that Matreiuss would have won that series too, and he didn't though. But I think Matreiuss will win 3-2. So we're going on both of us game 5, but we're deciding who's going to change as far as the last game is. We've got different gods for both players. That's exciting. We had Matreiuss go up with Hermes, and Kimo went up with...
I'm not gonna question Matreiuss because he obviously plays Poseidon a lot, but I think in the aggressive map like this, isn't the pest gonna be huge?
Well, as I see it, ceasefire counters.
Okay, yeah,
but
there you go. So
I think
it's
that
all about techs later into the game, so that's actually really clever on Matreiuss because now he has access to the horse techs.
Yeah.
Kimo
Okay.
will not.
I was gonna say I think though what Matreiuss should do, and he is a little slow, is get a third dock up. Otherwise, he'll be behind in boat production.
You still need to catch up on production.
Yeah. But I guess Pestilence is a little bit short. I don't know the exact time now, but Pestilence is like 50.
I think you're right. I think he's gonna wind up behind in the numbers game after this God Power trade.
Well, we still got 20 we got the ceasefire 20 seconds after. So I think Matreiuss...
Be ready to check the number of ships for each player coming out of the ceasefire. I'm curious.
Yeah, the dock could...
Kimo's gonna be ahead.
Probably hurried up. Oh, here it comes. I want to see a villager toss.
Bit of a misplay by Kimo there, sending the Cyclops in with 12 seconds on the ceasefire timing. It gives it away. And
yep, here comes the Polita.
In time.
She's ready. Okay, so we've got 6 boats to 2, 4, 5, almost 8 boats from Matreiuss. As we see, the chase. This poor slow Cyclops. Oh man, you gotta... Oh no. I think he's gonna die a bitter end in just a little game of tag here, and yup. Alright, Cyclops does nothing, and Matreiuss still sitting in the docks. Now he comes out. Oh, he's housed! I like to see that. He's a man of the people. And, ooh, Kimo, a little miss micro here. And, okay, so kind of right now you'd say that this is the big fight here. We got 8 boats to 8. So, yeah, it comes out to be about the same, really.
Another boat about to go down for Kimo. That'll be his third kind of miss micro.
Yeah, and nice little pull here. Ah.
Kimo's down 2 boats. He lost his Cyclops for nothing when he could have got some harassing if he didn't give it away while there was ceasefire still up.
Yeah, I think... Oh, okay. Matreiuss being a little bit... I think Matreiuss could maybe park on this fishing area right here and maybe force him idle without being under docked fire. But he's going in and shooting. And, oh, nice little pull again. You can see Kimo is a little bit getting out microed here. But I don't know if you want to fight under the dock like this.
I think he's got enough numbers at the moment to be okay. Obviously, the reinforced distance comes into play here as well.
Yeah. But yeah, so right now no player is kind of doing any pulls. They're just kind of happy to fire away. And Kimo, yeah, we've got, 10 boats to... So I guess it's 10-10 still. So I think there's so many low boats though. Look at this one. This one's got like 9 hit points. And he's not targeting it. 5 hit points? Guy's still there. Oh, there he goes. And man, this is about even so far.
Those two little boat picks changed that entire fight.
Kimo should be probably a little bit further back too. There we go. To try to get this dock to fire as well. Just a little bit. And yeah, I think Matreiuss will end up pushing through here. You can kind of see the boat numbers are just slowly dwindling on both sides. But I think, yeah, like once though the fight goes under these two docks, I think Kimo might be able to kind of hold-ish. But like Matreiuss, I feel like should have just planted here on the left of the dock to get these boats idle. Because now he's bit of a rough spot all the way up against these two docks. A lot of low. Again, look at this. We've got this one with 12 hit points, and it's just living forever.
And there's so much other stuff you have to worry about in the game that
Well,
it happens. Losing the 2 ships early is much.
Yes, that
worse
was
than
because
not
that
getting
was
a
an
low
unforced error.
ship that's in a cluster.
And we can see now Matreiuss is just pushing straight through and is all the way under the dock. We still do have these 3 boats, though. Happily fitting. And there, he just resigns just like that. So, a very quick first game. And Kimo doesn't have what it takes in a Poseidon mirror.
Check Kimo's eco ups real quick.
He had, I think, the first one of each. Yep, hand axe, pickaxe. And Matreiuss with just hand axe. So, no pickaxe. But does push through. And I think all this really comes down to is Kimo got a little bit out microed early and basically lost 2 boats for free. And then the initial attack here, he also got out microed, and that gets the military advantage. I mean, economically, Matreiuss also, this isn't necessarily super accurate based on like canceling units, but it's pretty similar. But you can see Matreiuss did end up with kind of 3 more boats at that fight. And then a 31 to 22 kill death. It's not good.
It's those 2 boats. It all kind of just snowballed from there. I mean, that fight was super close as it was. Add in those 2 boats, and Kimo probably wins that fight. So, kind of just a bit of small micro misplays can cost you the game at this high level of play.
Yeah. See, that's why I like to play at my level where I can have no micro. Still win a little bit. So question Cameron in the chat, is this the winner's final is essentially, yes, it is essentially a semifinal where the winner of this goes to the final, the loser moves on down to the lower bracket, and will have to win a couple more games to get back. So that is game 1. Very quick. 8 minutes, 53-second victory. Matreiuss wins the Poseidon mirror to pull up 1 game in this best of 5. We'll move on to game number 2. I think this should be Kimo's home map, as I understand the settings. So we have, Anatolia. Oh, the ISIS power play on Anatolia. Kimo in the red. Matreiuss in the blue.
Not send a vil.
Poseidon.
Yeah.
Hey, you man!
Already a misclick.
A little bit low. We could see that Putin Common, the pharaoh, is way ahead of the villager.
Took off without his villager.
Putin Common rushing to the sea, the ocean. And here we are, ISIS versus Poseidon on Anatolia. Both players are docking on the bottom. That's pretty normal. I think it's just natural because your units spawn on the bottom right, so everybody just kind of naturally moves their units this way. But that is kind of a decision that kind of comes into play. Is like, do you swap and go to the top left? Like, advantage, disadvantage? I don't know. It's something that you never know. Ooh, Boots of Kick Everything, plus 10% hero movement speed. That's a nice little relic there. ISIS versus Poseidon. What when you think of that matchup on Anatolia, right, Fang? What do you think?
I mean, obviously the ISIS big strength is it can take the map control, especially with AE and being able to get a quick heroic because of the extra food from the water. Once you kind of use AE, you get full map control, and then you can throw up your mid goal and control the golds, and Poseidon burns through gold pretty quickly. So if the ISIS can seize map control, they're in a pretty good spot. So I'm kind of interested to see the gold spawns because I think that'll kind of impact how the game plays out a bit.
Yeah, they're pretty far forward. And Boyd is just hosted with 55 viewers. Hello, Boyd. Hello, everyone watching. For those of you just tuning in, we are watching the Metaplays Forge of Olympus tournament. This is the winner's final, not the grand final, because it's double elimination. So the winner of this moves to the final. The loser gets a second chance later on. Yeah, I mean, to go with your comments, you're right. The the reason ISIS is so strong on Anatolia is that Ancestors Eclipse basically gives free map control, and it also gives the Leviathan, which on water, which almost gives you a free side of the water win unless your opponent has to like overproduce, which at that point it probably isn't worth it because an Eclipse Leviathan is super strong. I don't think people quite really think about that part of the Ancestors Eclipse. But the Leviathan is he's a literal beast. Can you believe it?
The amount of arrow fire it can tank is just crazy.
Yeah, I know.
At least 10 ships like worth of health essentially.
Now here again, Matreiuss is a Poseidon main, but the lure, he again put it too close to his boar. So maybe he did it on purpose, but I think you'd almost want to lure in your own boar. If he puts the lure like here, this would be far enough away to get some of the boar, but here it's too close. You know, these boar are almost close enough where he probably could have killed the boar like here, and it would have been worth it. So the little things matter. Will we see any sort of classical boat fight here?
I think the ISIS always gets like one or two to try to help defend potentially if they don't, or they can go dock spam, or they can get one or two to help defend. I guess it depends how hard the Poseidon goes. You kind of, at least with the Egyptian, since you can spam so many docks and they can shoot, you can kind of wait to see how the Poseidon player plays it before deciding to commit.
Yeah.
So it'll kind of be based off how Matreiuss decides to play the water.
We can see Matreiuss on the top left. I think he wants to go aggressive and do a Vil fight because his scout has just been patrolling the water here. I love
this kind of play on this map because it is super strong and super annoying to deal with.
Yeah, the easier you can take one side of the water, and he should be able to kill it because he shouldn't run his scout though. You need the scout for path blocking, so the scout should have stayed here. There he goes. Now he comes back. Because basically you attack with your villager, you get in the way with the scout, and then poor little lady here, she just can't get out in time. But you don't want to lose your scout. You don't want to lose. There he goes. It's so... Now, he does need to hit her with the scout to slow her down, but there she goes. All right. It's an easy kill there. Something... And he's responding by sending another villager and a priest.
Kimo really didn't need to lose that Vil. I don't know what he was sending it forward for to begin with, and yeah, just again, could have retreated it in time, but just another kind of early miss micro from Kimo that isn't needed. That didn't need to like happen. So,
but now
cost him last game. Hopefully, it doesn't cost him this game.
Okay, now the priest and the villager will take care of this. We do have Matreiuss up already. He needs to get a couple boats out. Because if he can stop this dock, and even this one, which is not being built either, that's huge to basically...
I don't know why that Vil that died even went forward to begin with. It should have been building that second dock, and I don't know why it was even sent forward.
Well, what you can do there, a lot, which you don't see too often, is like build a little wall to trap your villager in so that he can build safely, as we see Kimo trying to rush these docks up. And gotta get on the Villy. Come on. Oh, he's sending all the fish up here. The 5 boats might be able to...
Go time here is just...
It is. He'll get the dock up, I think. But... yeah, it's a lot of eco that he's losing. On the bottom, too.
Food there.
Some pressure on the bottom. This dock will go up. Oh, don't want to lose the priest. Oh, that's not good. Yeah, a little bit rough. Okay, those fishing ships go back in. And these will try to complete this. Oh, now he's got to, get this one. Rush this one up, too.
Your strength is your, like, heroic timing, but when you're not fishing when you could be fishing
Yeah.
safely and having to build with your fishing ships instead of get that extra food eco that helps you get heroic and a fast timing. It's just not a good game from Kimo here.
Yeah, I think the big thing here is you almost kind of at this level should anticipate getting a villager fight with this against the scout on this map. So Kimo should have prepped and had his priest up here, and then it would have been fine, like to begin with. And now Kimo's making a few boats. But I mean, 2 boats versus 5. That's not good.
Even with the dock fire, you're not trading efficiently there.
Yeah. No. Yeah, Matreiuss should probably get back. On the bottom, also, we're having a pretty solid boat fight here. And then the reason for this is Kimo has to do this because of how much food income he lost. Like, he's not close to aging up. In fact, Matreiuss is so much closer than Kimo is. And, oh, yeah, you don't want to lose it. Does Kimo even have... He does have a monument up.
One thing we haven't talked about is these are some of the safest town centers I've seen on this map.
Oh, wow. Yeah, you're right. They are safe. Gold mines, though, they're better, a little bit better for Matreiuss because this kind of proxy really protects that.
Matreiuss.
But all of Kimo's are forward. We can see almost all of them are in the middle of the map. This is the only one that's kind of the outlier, and it's a pretty good spot for Anatolia. But Matreiuss floating a ton of resources. Looks like he's going to be up way ahead of Kimo here. And losing, almost losing. Oh, Kimo's got a little bit of an army advantage down here. He needs to press this. But he does, I guess he does have one that's almost dead. So maybe he can't because of the dock fire.
Yeah, I think dock fire and Greek range, it's hard to kind of push them on this map.
And Kimo's had these fishing ships idle for a long time. Almost wondering if someone's playing on Kimo's account. Oh, Age 3 Dionysius. Gonna see some Skilla. Egyptian getting housed. Yeah, he is. Kimo's mad housed. He's not even building a house anywhere. Oh man, he's been watching, getting tips from me. I like it. And still pressing forward here, but because Matreiuss's first dock is this one, he'll get his free Skilla down here. So yeah, Matreiuss is doing the right thing by not fighting yet, because you want to wait until your Skilla comes in.
When you know this heroic's coming, is there anything you do to prep? Is it ever worth it to get the myth unit tech? Do you fail water and go land here? Like, what's Kimo supposed to do? He's behind massively because of the early mess ups.
You build a few more docks here and here, like maybe 3 docks and 3 docks, and then just play completely defensive. I don't think that getting the, especially because Kimo's still so slow, I don't think that getting your I don't think getting that tech is worth it, because by the time he gets hammer ships out, it's going to be so late. And we have 1 skill out. Is he training another one? No, he's getting the upgrade for arrow ships. Arrow ship cladding. Plus 4 range. That's big. And of course, hit points and pierce damage. Armor. Better. Or pierce damage, yes.
It's just a really cost-effective upgrade when you have a bunch of ships out, assuming you don't sacrifice them ahead of time while you're researching it.
And we have Kimo getting... Oh, lost a villager. That was... Here's his house builder. I guess he just died. And now Kimo's housed again. And Kimo will be aging up soon. But pretty slow, as we see Matreiuss already has a 2nd town center. And here's Bob the Hydra, looking to do some damage. Oh, Bob should eat some of these deer to get lots of heads. And yeah, this won't go anywhere. I would have probably liked to have seen 1 Skilla be trained up at the top.
Good, really good micro here from Kimo.
Yeah, and we've got all the bronze ships along with 1 Skilla. But we've got 13 boats to 20. I
hate the water bronze.
Yeah, it doesn't... I mean, I don't know. I mean, it's 50%. Well, 43% to 20%. But Kimo's just running all the way. See, this is where Kimo should have had a couple more docks. He's going to get pushed all the way into the corner. See a little bit there, and then we're going to have this fight. Where did the Hydra go? He is eating the deer. Okay, cool. Yeah, you got it. That skillet just tanks so much.
I still think Kimo might be okay because although he can't be fighting with half his army.
He's gotta get closer in. He's gotta move in and just like basically melee damage. Because look how many of these boats are just not shooting for Kimo because he's path blocking. So I don't know though, these bronze boats living forever.
Well, it's not just the bronze; it's the heavy.
It's the heavy too.
Heavy
but here comes the Leviathan.
What a timing!
Here he comes. Now, we don't have Ancestor's Eclipse ready, but yeah, that's a lot of resources that Matreiuss put into this, along with a god power. And
he almost would have been better off just playing it slow and using that Greek plus the heavy range advantage to just take efficient trades there.
yes, I think so. I think he maybe got a little bit overconfident with his technology in bronze and fought kind of under. Now you got this Leviathan that's going to kind of completely flip this. I think we've got Kimo looking for an Ancestor's Eclipse.
I don't love the eco use. I don't think
Look
you're
at
gonna do
this!
enough damage with it.
Age 4 Artemis is coming up.
I actually love that play because the ISIS is going to have to push out and try to secure a second gold, and they only have so much starting gold to go off of, especially with a drawn-out boat fight here. So if you knock them off the secondary gold with the earthquake that they weren't expecting, it's going to be hard for the ISIS to get secondary gold going again.
I like this side build with the stables because this is the side that Kimo would want to do market trade on, and we've got the side build on this market trade side. And we've got Bob the Hydra down here just munching. Just munching. Got to get him away from the Pharaoh, though. Kill the Pharaoh. Oh man, this Hydra's doing so much damage. Ooh, the defensive Ancestor's Eclipse. That hurts. That hurts. Oh, that's rough. But, oh wow. I don't know if Matreiuss noticed this Scorpion Man down here. He's killed at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 villagers.
Looks like Kimo's microing it still too, which is huge.
Yeah.
He can pick off another 5 or 6 if Matreiuss doesn't notice.
And now we've got the upgraded Leviathan with a 37.5 damage. Ooh, he tanks so much. He does so much damage, and I don't know if this. I'm not sure about this Artemis play. Because, I mean, we do have the monument in the base. And I don't know why Matreiuss is turning and fighting.
Use the earthquake to knock him off a gold.
Okay. But yeah, Kimo lost a few. Or not Kimo. Matreiuss lost some units here. Okay. Oh, he forgot about his Scorpion Man. The Scorpion Man died. But Kimo will have full control of this bottom here pretty soon. And just got to get some damage in. The last few seconds.
Kimo's hope here is still to just take the game late and outplay him, but Matreiuss obviously I think needs to end it earlier, and I think that's where the earthquake on this location and knock him off a gold.
There it is! You called it. The earthquake, the Migdal down, the units down.
Check how much gold Kimo's still got out in his base.
Oh.
This is like super late, period.
He's got 600 left.
And you gotta get a mid-gold, that's another 400.
That's 400.
So he's literally got 200 gold left, so...
Yeah.
Medium spears also don't do great against Cav, but not even medium Cav for Matreiuss.
No, you want to probably see that upgrade come in. But Matreiuss, he doesn't have a lot of food right now. But, we got to finish off this Chimera. He's only got 133 hit points. These villagers trying to get on the gold. I don't know how it's going to work. 73 hit points left. Let's get another roasting. Yes! Look at the health bars go down. Oh, another Chimera comes in. 2 of them. And Kimo's making... see, now he's got a couple mercenaries in. He has no market. He didn't quite...
the myth unit play here I really like, because Kimo doesn't have the gold to make the heroes. They do well against the spears, and they further slow down Kimo's ability to get back on gold if the builds he sends there can just get picked.
1 Chimera down. But yeah, I don't know what Kimo's going to do here. I mean, he's way behind. Oh, here comes another one. And resigned. Isis got smoked. Man, Matreiuss coming in big. All off of that the early water fight here where he won, killed the villager, got all over these fishing boats, and then Kimo's age up was just way too late to the point where Kimo had to basically go a full classic boat fight to survive, and you don't really want to do that as Isis. We can see the resources substantially different, even with prosperity, which is really good. Just too slow. Like, I don't know. I think you're looking for like a 9-minute heroic at the slowest.
That's where your strength, getting the Moogle up before he can deny it, which obviously Kimo had to waste AE defensively, but it also came so late in the game that it wasn't even that effective at that point in the game. And then just even Eco AE, if you get it, but 9 minutes can do a lot of damage at that point in the game. But Kimo, how late did he get heroic?
He got heroic at 11:11. And
yeah, that's...
I think even his classical age up at 550 was too slow.
I don't mind that much on this map if you get docks down on every patch of fish.
Well, but he didn't. But he did.
Well, he missed for the Vil. He could have had the Vil building the second dock, and instead I think he sent it forward before it had even been harassed, and then just left it there to get killed when he could have pulled it back. And
yeah, because he didn't build this one. He didn't build the second. He went all the way up and tried to build this one, and that didn't work at all. Mind on the Migdal, we have a different game. I see. I don't know if he, even with the Migdal up, I don't think Kimo's able to gather gold there. I think he's still.
Chimera's just come in and roast the Vils, gather there and deny it, and the earthquake hits at some point.
Yeah, but well, I gotta get, man. I hope this isn't a 3-game sweep here, which would be very impressive, but also a little bit disappointing for me because I want more than 3. Yeah, but Garrison Micro, but his Migdal was over here. It wasn't next to a gold mine. So he wouldn't even had that. But let's go to game 3. I don't know if this is probably going to be another Kimo home map, I think. I don't know if they get 2. And 1 after each loss. I guess we'll find out as we go into a game. Numero Trace. Oranos. Wow. All right, here we are, game number 3. Kimo up against the wall here in this the winners final. Down 2-0. And forget his Ra, because he apparently has forgotten his Ra. He's Oranos on Alfheim. And his opponent, of course, is still Matreiuss, who is, of course, still Poseidon. Oranos versus Poseidon on Alfheim. What do you think, Mr. Ryfang?
Comes down to the hunt. I think if it's low hunt, I really like the Oranos here. Obviously, the Oranos' strength is that it can make a lot of units and trade efficiently early, whereas the Poseidon needs the food to make his cav and stuff and can't match the early production of the Oranos. So if there's low hunt, the Poseidon can find itself in a bit of trouble here. That said, the early map looks kind of good for Matreiuss.
Yeah, that's decent.
That's a nice gold there on his second TC.
Yeah. See, though, I'm kind of hypothetical here because I don't know if this is Kimo's home map. I think it is, but I'm not sure. But if you're going to do Oranos against Poseidon, I think there's better maps to choose than Alfheim. Because, yes, Alfheim can kind of be low hunt, but Alfheim also gives a decent number of herdables and also a double pack of food in your base. Like, I think Savannah is better, because even if it is high hunt Savannah, the high hunt is forward, which the Poseidon won't get anyway. Whereas here, the Poseidon is getting guaranteed herdables. You're going to get stuff from your lure anyway. and then you get 2 packs of food in your base. So I think if, again, this is all, I guess, a little bit hypothetical, because I don't know if Kimo picked this, but if you're Oranos, there's maybe a little bit better maps to play than this.
This is also better for walling off as well, which favors the Greek player, obviously.
Right.
Like that cliff creates a nice, easy choke/wall point to protect that second gold for Matreiuss.
Oh, there's no hunt over here, just a lonely bear. Yeah, there isn't a ton of hunt. It's no Auroch spawn, so it is towards the middle to low-ish Alfheim, but you could see worse. But yeah, when you're talking about high hunt spawns in Alfheim, you're looking for the Auroch spawns. But the one nice thing about Alfheim is it's got extra relics. We've got Nose of the Sphinx, more building hit points. We've got Dwarven Calipers. Each units are cheaper. Chipper Fingernails, which is free food. And then the Staff of Dionysius, which is plus 20 villager carrying capacity, which isn't super good.
Nothing too interesting there.
No.
Probably impact the game at all.
Maybe I think the best one is the Nose of the Sphinx, especially if you were getting it as the Atlantean to try to beef up your buildings against Earthquake. I think that could potentially be big, depending on if you were able to save buildings with it. Do you we want to see any sort of I think it's too late now to say, but you could potentially see a forward build into Ares for the Poseidon.
That's a really quick classic time for Matreiuss, right? 4:15.
Yeah, 4:15, 4:20. I guess we can put that on. Yeah, Kimo's going for the 4:30, which is pretty standard. With he's actually a little bit slow to get his temple up here. He could have had that up sooner. So it's more like a 4:40. So he slowed himself down about 5, 6, 7 seconds.
The low hunt also makes it predictable where Kimo's hunt's going to be, so you can see the hero about to arrive.
I'd like to see the scout kind of down here too. The fast age up. No, you got to have your manor here. You got to. The fast age up will get this the hero up quicker to this full strength, as we see the citizens just have to run. So you don't like to see that.
You expect somebody with Kimo's experience to be prepared for that kind of harassment.
What do you think of this? We can see what Matreiuss is doing. What do you think of this, Rifang?
I actually think this helps Kimo. I think it gives Kimo an opening that he otherwise wouldn't have had.
I agree. I do agree. I don't think double town center is the play here.
Especially with how open the front of Matreiuss's base is.
Yeah, he could wall potentially, but yeah, I don't like that. And Kimo knows this because of his oracle that's here. So Kimo knows this is coming. I think here, yeah, what you do is just set up some raiding parties and just hit the food here. And unless Matreiuss builds a wall here, they can just kind of come in and sit on these berries, sit on this chicken, come over here, hit the deer, and that's risky. Like, Matreiuss is valuing.
Second TC doesn't really protect anything. No. Even the wood isn't like safe from the Atlantean grass.
I mean, these walls are fine, but I feel like Matreiuss is a little bit undervaluing the food source. Like, grabbing 2 town centers makes the food the most valuable spot to protect. So he should be walling the front already. Well, now it's coming in. And we have our Valor used. Kimo needs to go forward. He doesn't. Now the walls come in. They're close. This one might not get up in time. Now I do have Hippolyta. We do have Theseus, who's grabbing another relic, so he's a little bit out. I don't think this wall's going to come up in time. This one gets up just in time. Kimo should just ignore this and come over here and run in on the hunt. So, what I see here is that the Oranos should respond to this by making maybe 10 to 15 military units and then grabbing his own town center. Do you agree or disagree?
100% agree. And then with the villager harassed, you hopefully should get a few picks to even the cat out, and then just the amount of idle time you can force by making him run or straight up killing him like we see now.
Yeah, I like the shockwave here. I think that's good. I think you try to get as much early damage as you can. We'll get maybe could have the the Terma shot at the granary. Could maybe have gotten another villager there at the little bit better unit
100%
management.
could've got another villager there.
Yeah. What you do there with the shockwave is he should have moved all of his units up to right underneath the granary. Now he's running away.
Matreiuss double wallet? Yep.
Yeah, he's cosplaying as Kimo. I mean, obviously Kimo doesn't know what's going on in the base, but I think Kimo, if he would have known, would have come all the way in on this. Let's see what Kimo's got scouted. Oh, see, this is the problem. He doesn't actually know where either the berries or the chicken are. If he had known, he probably would have just come right in through here. Instead, he's working at coming through the buildings to get on the gold mine. As we see Watchtower.
This actually is concerning for Matreiuss. If Kimo can kill that tower there and camp the golds on both sides, you kind of deny the ability for the Greek to make army.
Mm-hmm. Trying to get in another wall. We've got this upgraded. Oh, Kimo's got to pay attention to this villager here. Doesn't want to let her wall in that. Oh, but he's getting nice damage on the wall, which is basically dead already with the way it shares hit points. And yeah, this is a little dangerous because now, I mean, the wall, I guess the tower is shooting at the Terma, which is helpful, but that tower is going to go down. And Kimo's definitely... I think here you can potentially win by going full army like Kimo is. Because if you can block gold, it's worth it.
Did Matreiuss get the wall off on the bottom side?
Yeah, he will.
Kimo should have had units there to block that.
I don't know now, though. Kimo may be able to defend this. And now it's kind of all in here. Because if he can't go for the gold starve at this point, Kimo's kind of put all of his eggs in this gold starve basket. And we'll get the Weakville. There we go.
Go for that tower now. Get it out of the way.
Yeah, I think you're right. And like, yeah, he goes in, kills a villager, and then now he's just completely going to the other side. I think it's because he scouted this wall that he's going to come all the way over here. I don't...
Gotta Terma in there, though, to see if he's on the gold or not, so you don't need to overreact if he's not on the gold yet.
Oh, he's even letting a second layer come in. Like, this Terma could probably kill the villager.
I don't know why he's switching the sides if he's not mining the gold. Like, camp the existing gold. Don't let him make any military units.
Yeah.
So Matreiuss is on 50 gold, and that's what those 5 villagers mining there. If he had just camped that, they'd be on 0 gold.
Yeah, I don't know if he thought that Matreiuss was on this, but I mean, he basically could get line of sight by checking with that Terma. Now, we do see Kimo is grabbing the town center. So he's stopping with that. Oh, might be able to trap. Oh, see, a little bit more path blocking. He could have gotten a couple more villies. Okay. Matreiuss sees that. Is he going to come in get on this wood line? Yeah. She's on the wrong side of this storehouse.
So annoying to play against Atlantean because they just
run circles.
Left and right. What do you think of Matreiuss opening hops? I was a little surprised by that myself.
He's got a lot of food, so I don't got a problem with it. Hops do get a little bit of an attack bonus against Terma. But yeah, normally you'd maybe see hips first. But I guess maybe with just the way it kind of sorted out that he decided to go with hops. We can see Matreiuss's economy is a little bit off. So he just now put a ton of villagers on gold. And I don't want to...
What happened there? I thought Kimo was diving the wood line, and now he's attacking.
Now he's attacking the stable and losing units to the town center for no real reason. And did get that town center up over there. And running back. Now, I think what Matreiuss does here is just stays on these 2 town centers, secures this, and goes up Mythic with Artemis. What are you thinking?
I'm thinking he's gonna have to get the 2nd gold at some point to get there.
Well, right, but I feel like he should be able to, because you'll have Curse soon. And that should get him, but another villager dead here. Yeah, I think with Curse and... this army is actually pretty low hit points here. But nice. See, this is the kind of the path blocking I wanted to see sooner from Kimo, as we see Matreiuss losing a few villagers he ought necessarily not need to. Oh, she escaped! Look at her. An escape artist. And oh, some catapultes now. What?
If you're Kimo, what's your attack strategy? Do you concede the 2nd golds on the right side, where by the 2nd TC, and try to deny the one to the top side, and eventually take his 3rd TC for yourself?
I don't think grabbing the 3rd TC helps, because I think that just opens you up to just getting massacred by the early Mythic, because I think that's too many resources to put into just a little bit more pop space. No, I think Kimo comes down here. I think his play is to come down here.
Try to get... The Tart Gate isn't as effective against Poseidon, but if you could push the main TC and Tart Gate the 2nd gold...
Yeah, I think that's the play. I think Kimo hops up to Mythic. Or I think that should be his play, is hop up to Mythic and try to do like a Tart Gate. You could almost just Tart Gate this right here and sit on the gold mine with your army. And then the Poseidon is caught in between 2. But we'll see. Cuddy Danks, thanks for the gifted sub. Appreciate it. And we've got Matreiuss up. Heroic Age.
You get bill count. I know it's not exact because you got the Atlantean in play, but I think Kimo's pulled ahead on the bill count.
Yeah, he is. I mean, it's basically times 2.5, almost 3, depending.
Not only is he ahead on the bill count, but Matreiuss has had a lot of idle time throughout the course of the game due to the harassment. So
this poor hoplite
should be nicely ahead on eco at this point, at least.
Yes. And oh, Kimo needs to keep an eye on this top gold mine, though. It looks like he might be sending some Mermillo in. And that's good. And oh, we're going to have... Is Kimo going to notice? I think Matreiuss is actually trying to grab his forward town center.
Is he going to use C's to get it? Is it worth it?
I don't think it's worth it. Even if you... I don't think it is. Probably see a shockwave on this, and then a curse. All right, now you force curse. I think it's Kimo. You just run out of here.
Yeah. Oh. Kimo's units bugged? They weren't running.
Now you ran now. Oh, I like this attempt at a path block. Now, Kimo does not know this is being built yet because his Oracle just moved there. And the Mermillo apparently just ran right past, and Kimo did not notice.
To deny it, or does he? Yeah, I don't think he has the units to deny it at the point after the curse.
No, he doesn't. But with Matreiuss setting all of his army up here, Kimo might be able to push in on this gold mine now.
Yes, but Matreiuss has the gold mine to the top secured now.
Yes, but that still would be a ton of idle villager time.
A bit more idle time. He's ahead on vills to begin with. Has forced a bunch of idle time, and Kimo.
You didn't build the wall.
Whoa.
It's there. It's just not there.
It's only 2 vills though, so not.
Yeah,
it's
not too bad. Nice little raid here, just a 2-unit raid. I think what
good fight there for Kimo.
Yes, and the raid comes in. Losing 2 vills isn't horrible. But this is much more damage if Kimo can stay on this. You'd actually might almost chaos this, yeah, and then the units all just kill each other. Yeah, I think what Matreiuss should do is just run his units in down here, and then Kimo has to worry about the units. But in the end, okay, the hero will take on that. Kimo.
I don't love that chaos. Those units weren't threatening anything at that point. I think you're better off using it to like change a actual fight.
Well, you want to get the myth unit, though. Because without the myth unit, it kind of loses its value.
I guess the only thing you get it out of the way to start recharging the next charge for when he gets mythic. That's the only
Oh man, this
part
is
of that
so
that I like.
annoying. These like 4-unit raids by Matreiuss are so effective.
Especially when you've got the heroes that are like super units mixed in.
Looks like I think with the Satyr coming in here, I feel like Kimo will win this fight, and Matreiuss is a little bit here too long. But he's getting a palace in, so that's not bad. Okay, we are getting Watchtower. I was gonna say Kimo should probably start thinking about a Watchtower upgrade. There's the Watchtower upgrade. I think these Murmillo here will be able to defend this. Yeah, we got enough Murmillo. You just can't forget about this. He's chasing Atalanta away while the units are coming down here. And I thought we might see players skipping heroic, but no, we're seeing a full-on heroic fight. Matreiuss is putting a ton of unit resources into this, though. Like, we can see Kimo's pretty close to aging up. I think this fight here was really good for Kimo.
A Tart Gate taking down the, I guess, Militia just changed things a bit.
Militia's like cheating.
If it wasn't Poseidon, that would be a good use of Tart Gate, because you could put pressure there with the Tart Gate and then take down the third TC, but...
Maybe you see a Vortex. Ooh, I like this. Side builds are always so good to see. Really underrated, but they're so good. And Kimo coming up to check this gold mine, hoping that there's some villagers here. They're not, because they were over here. They're not, because they're coming down here. And take a little more. See, Kimo's, though, he's kind of taking a decent number of military trades, where Matreiuss is just fighting, like, at really bad numbers. And we can see, okay, we have Heatcake coming in, and Matreiuss is not anywhere close to aging up. He's getting fortified town centers. A little bit of a raid again. He's like 4 or 5 unit raids here. So
no
annoying.
palaces from Kimo so far.
No,
I'm surprised by that.
you want to see the fanatics for sure. Bit of fight here. Yeah, I think Kimo will just run out of this. Units looking for the gold. But yeah, see, this is again. Look at these units here that Matreiuss is losing. But this raid will actually be a little bit annoying for Kimo, especially if he doesn't notice. He might lose a couple low hit point villagers. Nope, he noticed. He's gonna run. Could probably just sit on this gold mine and he'd be fine. And we've got a little bit of a Murmillo versus Hoplite fight up here. Probably be the end of the Murmillos. Military upgrades. No armory techs. And these Murmillo are all so close to dying. I think they'll end up dying. Yep. Eco upgrades. No third line. No, not the third line of gold or wood. Kimo's eco upgrades. Ooh, not super great either. And Snake saying that he's feeling like Kimo isn't playing super well. And I would agree with that. I think so far in these 3 games, I don't think Kimo's at the normal level we are used to seeing.
He's played generally pretty well this game.
Yeah, it's been better this game.
Not camping the gold when he could have been letting the bot wall get placed, but outside of that, I think Kimo's played pretty solid this game.
He's also got a few armory upgrades, and he is aged up already. Where does he... Don't use Tartarian down here because there's no gold. Don't tart this. It would be a waste. Oh, there is this gold mine, though. Oh, is Kimo going to notice? Ooh, Tart Gate on the town center. But his army's right here. I don't know about that. Because he's not buying anything.
Pressure, yeah.
Right.
If he's attacking bottom or pushing someplace else, then yeah. But if you're just going to drop the tart on the opponent's army while you leave your army.
I don't think Kimo expected Matreiuss to go to this gold mine, so he's coming up here thinking he can pressure this. Like if Kimo's sitting on this gold mine, this is a lot different. But instead,
Kimo has his army in position to kill all the talks and stuff while he's killing the tart gate. That at least you get some value. Right now, he's getting just no value at all.
Right. It's not even. It's 0 eco damage. It's just some military damage. And that's it. I mean, it's killing a decent number of units, but Kimo, that's not quite what he needed from his Tartarian gate. Oh man, he used chaos. He did use chaos, so that means he won't be able to chaos the first mythic age.
The myth unit though that can mind control it.
Yeah, that's not good. He should definitely have saved that. And Kimo just letting this happen. This should not be happening. Like, Kimo's pressing... he's pressing the base, but I don't know what he's really hopes to gain from that. Because if you don't have siege, there's kind of no point in attacking buildings. You might as well go for eco. And that's here. And we do have... Matreiuss did hit Mythic during all of this, and here comes the Chimera. Oh man, this could be huge splash damage if it's done right. Could be huge. You gotta hide your units. Hide them. Okay, decent. Look at that. 4 or 5 units down just like that, and there's no chaos.
Did the myth unit get picked off for Kimo?
The Lampades. I don't see it anywhere. I don't know if this... I mean, I guess it buys Matreiuss time. But I feel like maybe he probably could have defended this attack anyway and used the Earthquake on maybe getting the town center. Because he still has ceasefire. Like, I almost feel
I
like...
honestly don't mind it. I think Matreiuss is far enough ahead that just buys him even more time and puts him further ahead. So with trade set up and 3 TCs secured, as long as Kimo can't push immediately, I think Matreiuss will be fine.
Yeah, because obviously as the match goes on later and later, I mean, Greek just gets so good. I mean, really the only way your Atlantean can compete late game is if he's got a lot of fanatics, but with those 2 palaces down, Kimo doesn't have any fanatics. Kimo's right now at 120 of 160 pop. See, without chaos, this this Chimera has done so much damage. A nice counter push here. Matreiuss, I feel like opportunities lost for Kimo.
What, 110 pop? Am I seeing that right?
Yeah.
So Kimo's taking awful trade after awful
Yeah.
trade at the moment.
Yeah, because he's fighting.
Which you can't afford to do as a lady.
No, you can't. Here's Polyphemus down here. They're gonna try to get this unupgraded fire siphon in on maybe the fortress. Nice little raid to come in on this last gold mine that Kimo's got. And I guess Kimo could run through this wall here if he really needed to, which he's going to need to. This is going to be a pretty rough raid for Kimo. Oh, doesn't even notice. It might be all 5 down because Kimo's not noticing. He's got a lot going on up here. Villagers attacking the fire siphons. Pull him back, pull him back, pull him back. There we go. Oh, and on the trader out too.
This game is over a few minutes ago, so I'm not.
It's not over.
Overly emotional about these losses.
It's not over. Look, he's about to kill this palace. Or the fortress. This will give Kimo access to more gold mines.
Or more importantly, give Matreiuss even more army.
Yeah, I'll get him 4 more militia roaming around. 6! I beg your pardon. 6 militia. Are they upgraded? Yeah, okay. Brass knuckle upgrade for villagers. Yeah, the oof. Destroying the market as well. Kimo is currently completely pushed off of gold. Has 19 gold in the bank. Helipolis here. Stables on that gold mine. Like, Kimo's only gold mines he can kind of reasonably get to right now is this one down here. Yellopolis pushing through another villager, and that's it, man. I was thinking we'd get like a long series, and it's 3-0. Wow. Matreiuss.
Oh, I hope Kimo makes it through the bottom. I want him to get his revenge. 2 of those 3 games, he kind of just made massive errors early that ultimately cost him. This game, I think it kind of just slight misplay there early. Let Matreiuss get back in and ramped up sooner than he should have when he let him back on gold. When he could have denied him gold.
Man.
From there, the tart gate use was kind of his next win condition, and he kind of just threw that away for nothing.
Yeah, like, whew. Well played by Matreiuss all 3 games. I mean, we're pointing out like some errors that Kimo made. I mean, Matreiuss played 3 clean games. I mean, he did really well, and this last one, Kimo had chances, just didn't quite take advantage. Like, if he would have seen the villagers coming down here, he could have gotten all over that gold mine. And even at that point, I almost think that with the army over here, I think that you maybe use the tart gate up here and just full eco. It would get both farm sets, and then the army would have to push over here.
That's what you 100% should have done, is identify where the army is, so then at least put it someplace far away. I mean,
not right on top of it.
You need to make the army work, and then you also want to be prepared to attack somewhere while that's going on.
Right.
Kimo did neither of those. He literally dropped it on top of his opponent's army and then wasn't prepared to do anything with his army at the same time. So he, as a Poseidon player, you just beg that your opponent's gonna give you a easy kill of the tart gate, and that's exactly what happened here.
Right, and I think that was really the biggest mistake that Kimo had in this game, was that tart gate placement. So for those of you aspiring to be next level Oranos players, there are ways to use and not to use the tart gate, and the way it was used this game was just not, there's no way to say it was remotely correct. I mean, right on top of the army, at a time when Kimo was running his army from here all the way up here to where there was no counter pressure. So basically it was like Matreiuss fights the Tartarian gate, kills it, and then Matreiuss fights the army, which had just then showed up. So you gotta divide and conquer, and there was no divide and conquer here.
I also think Kimo needed to take Matreiuss's 3rd TC sooner. I think once Matreiuss...
Or stop it.
Well, you can't stop it if he's got C's still. Well, so
yeah. I mean, I guess you got to force it too, maybe. I don't know. I don't know if taking the 3rd... Because I feel like if Kimo takes the town center, Matreiuss just goes mythic with 2, and then uses Earthquake to get the town center back. And I don't... I mean, I guess you could say... Is it better at Matreiuss Earthquakes this to get this back as opposed to Earthquaking all the palaces? Maybe, but I feel like it would have been a fairly similar...
Kimo's got map control for most of the game, though. Like, you can't just let Matreiuss claim it for free or without penalty.
Right.
When you had map control the whole game, I think you've got to make him waste Earthquake or delay it. And keep that top advantage in your favor for a longer period of time. That'll allow you to trade more efficiently as well.
I think you at least got to force a ceasefire. Because having ceasefire in the pocket, which we didn't even see, I mean, that just opens up so much opportunity late game where, like, as soon as a town center goes down, I mean, just run a villager in and grab it, and then all of a sudden, 4-2 town centers. Man, but 3-0. Here I started early. I was rushing. You should have seen poor Ryfang. He was whining to me before, like, I need more time. And I'm like, no, we got to start. It's going to be long. It's going to be 5 games. Only 3.
Not even a long one. 23 minutes was the longest.
That's 23. What was it? The first one was like 8.5. The second was like 16 or 17. And then 23. So I guess we could say each game was closer. So if Kimo comes back in the bottom part of the bracket. Yeah, he's out for blood. But well played by Matreiuss. I think this whole series was really, really well done by him. All right. How is Russian? I do have time for those watching to play one game. I don't know, Ryfang, if you're up to playing a game of mythology.
Let me check. Do I still have it installed?
Oh, if you uninstalled it, you are no longer a friend to me. That's like you would be like the Brutus in me, the Julius Caesar. It would just a dagger to my heart if you uninstalled. You'd better not have.
I do have it. I'm logging in now.
I knew it. All right, give me 1 second though. Drinking all this water during the series is making some things change around here. I'll be right back. All right, all right. So yeah, I got time for I think one. You there?
Yep, I'm here.
You coming?
Oh, sorry.
Oh, how about I change? The chat just wants a 1v1 trash talk. So we could do 1v1. I'll turn rated off so you don't lose your precious points when I absolutely demolish you. And we'll play on. You want to play on the unknown? I've been playing some unknown games and I've been entertained by it. Now wait a minute. This guy T Mac says according to history, Brutus was stabbed Julius in the groin. How would they know that though? In fact,
I'll be back in 1 second. Gotta use the restroom before the game.
let me see here. Stabbed him. That's not anything at all that I was ever taught. Not that I was, I guess it wasn't ever a topic of history class as far as where exactly did Brutus stab Julius Caesar. All right, let's move about. Let's take a look here. Let's see. Where did Brutus stab Julius? Well, I don't. The theater of Pompeii. Yeah, that's everybody knows that's where it happened. Let's see. All right, blah 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 blah. Conspiracy, the Ides of March. Yep. Okay. Where are we looking at here? Ooh, Brutus stabbed. And then they stabbed him 23 times. Man. But the fatal one was the one that pierced his aorta in his chest. Brutus struck Caesar in the groin. Let's see. Where are you seeing this? I don't see it anywhere. You got a different source than I do. I got Wikipedia. You too, child. This is his last words. Man. And then Brutus went around through the cities yelling at everyone that we're free, but everything was silent because all the citizens were scared and locked themselves inside. So, what a time to live, huh? Man, can you imagine that? Well, I didn't know that happened either. I was just being a little bit sarcastic.
I am back.
Oh, you're back. Okay, we're going to just do random god on the unknown. I think I got time for one fun game, and this will be helpful for YouTube later on because then people won't see the short time frame and realize that Kimo got his butt utterly and completely destroyed. Just smacked. That's all right, T-Mac. I'm not disputing it. I can't find it in Wikipedia. Where is the unknown? All right. I guess I should make sure I have my screen share turned off. All right, I got it off. Good. And have Ryfang watching my screen while he's playing me. Okay. The unknown, me versus Ryfang. It's an old man fight. The one and only clan. Civil War. Oranos versus Thor. Oh, man. Oh, shoot. I forgot to change my... Hold on. I think we're going to have to... Oh, shoot. I just hit the wrong button. I got to increase my scroll speed again. We're going to have to relaunch.
Okay. I'll go back to LAN.
No, you'll have to go all the way out.
Okay. Back to Voobly Lobby.
No, you're going to have to turn your computer off. Exit your house and come back in.
Cold out here. Actually, no, it's warm this week.
Yeah, it sounds seasonably warm here. Get this, we went out to look at some over near us. There's this botanical, a little garden place, you want to call it, that gets all Christmas lighted up. So we took the kids there, and man, little Ava was so excited about it. Man, she loved all the lights, and you know what? It brought the little kid out in me. I was excited for her. It was fun. All right, where are you at? There you are. Okay, let's go. Tugboat. Rah, rah. Do, 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 do. All right, well, next time, whenever that may be, Set versus Zeus this time. We'll have some more. Oh, man, now it's... Oh, man. It's weird to go from slow scroll speed to fast. Oh my goodness, I can hardly control this thing now.
This can have random water on it, can't it?
Oh, it can. Now, I've used Vision, and there is a lot of water. Everywhere.
Yeah, I'm not seeing that water as I scout with my
Well,
quick scout.
you must have missed all the water.
A lot of pigs, though.
Man, you start with 3 small gold mines. At least I did. Ooh. Oh, extra resources too. You notice this? Started with some extra resources in the coffers. I've got 3 fishing boats out already. How about you?
I've got exactly 0.
All right,
0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0. 0.
Anchors away! I'm almost thinking of getting like an Archaic Age. I'm getting Pickaxe right now. Hand Axe and Titan Age.
Just gave me an idea with that commentary.
Did you find your big giraffe hunt pack yet?
I did not.
Your scouting must be really bad. Shoot. Guess who's housed? Give you a hint, it's not me. Oh, it's because I converted a boar. Shoot. Oh, man. Yeah, there are pigs out here. There's pigs for days. Kind of a weird looking map over here. Do. Oh, the University of Chicago, eh? Oh, there's some deer, too. Oh, you're already up! Good morning, Best Soraka Smurf. Playing one more game and then I'm done. And I got a lot of resources, just kind of. Didn't work. Like, what do you mean it didn't work for you? Hey.
Oh my gosh, the forest behind your base.
I know. I'm pretty sure it's got. Can you scout like right here and see if there's a town center on the other side of the trees?
There is. Yep, you gotta cut through.
Ah!
Good luck with that.
Get him, get him, get him, get him, get him, get him. Oh, yeah. Man, you got that town center? There it is. Look at this stupid thing. Ah. Ah, shoot. Oh, what's... Neener, neener, neener. Oh! Oh, man!
Got him.
My pharaoh's name is Urinators.
Oh my gosh.
Where are these villagers going? Did you get the 1.03 update? And does it load off of Oobly?
You talking to me?
No, somebody in chat. Hope you're ready for my big heroic age push. It's coming in like 30 seconds.
Don't you need an armory for that?
This is my second one. Whoop! Antibites are the Michael Jordan of age mythology. Whoop!
Oh my gosh, am I not gonna get this TC up?
Whoop! Ew. It's a calamity! Oh!
Oh my gosh, there goes my advantage.
Ah, you played that pretty well. Actually, I'm kind of regretting what I chose here. Aha! I have cut through the tree. This tree. Bum ba-dum bum 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 bum. Oh. Do 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 do. Get out of the way. You plan on repairing the town center next game or what?
I was gonna stack it and preserve the Vil lead.
You plan on running those vills?
Pathing.
Well, you passed yourself off with that archery range. The match has already been cast.
I did not get the text I needed to against Egyptian on this map. With your 3 safe golds.
Yeah, you can't do anything against that. Do. Oh, the bronze to save the day! You gonna bronze your villagers?
Oh my gosh.
Mistakes were made. Not by me. Oh, man. You've been playing too much H4.
I know. This was embarrassing. Although, not that the map was in my favor by any means.
Yeah, it's a nice map for me. Man, look at this. Look at those 2 lions stuck in the trees there. Man.
The lack of hunt did not help me at all.
Yeah, there was
lots of pigs, but I was not anticipating there to be like 4 deer, and that was it.
Did you get any boar?
No boar.
Yeah.
Oh,
you saw me eating it. Well, here's what happened. So the unknown, the map scripts aren't really picky as far as where stuff spawns. So, I mean, you could look at the rec quick and see where your boars spawned. Your boars were all the way at like the bottom corner of the map, and I converted those. So you were kind of screwed.
Okay.
So yeah, I only played maps that benefit moi. The lions are living in the jungle.
I was more upset with the 3 starting golds.
What about that the raid on your town center there, huh?
That did not help either. I needed
Oh
Odysseus back
man.
to deal with that.
Yeah, the melee hero.
By the time he's able to get in range to attack, they just jump
They
away.
jump. Yeah, the jump speed is insane how fast it recharges.
Wasn't the balance patch supposed to nerf that, or did it not get to it
I
yet?
don't think it changed the recharge time. Yeah, you got lots of pigs just like me, but yeah, your boar were down in the far corner. Your
Do
boar
Fog of
were,
War off? Where's
huh?
do Fog of War? I want to see where my boars were.
Oh,
Oh, they were already.
they were down.
Yeah.
They were
I
down
see it.
here. So those were your starting boar. But anyway,
Wait,
well,
were they-
thanks. There was 4, I think. I think it was a 4-pack of boar. Look at this town. This is funny. I like it. It's kind of nestled here inside the little trees. Oh man. But all right, well, thanks for right, Fang. Thanks for joining me for the games there. I'm working the next couple nights, but I'm hoping this weekend to get in a couple more tournament casts. So we'll be going down to the bottom bracket doing. I'm gonna do the two of the last 2 losers bracket matches and then the grand finals. So I've got 3 more matches left. The grand finals is a best of 7, so that'll probably be 2 streams. So I've got 5 streams left for the tournament, which I figure by the time with my schedule, that'll probably be 5 streams probably by the end of the month, I would think. But you better be back, right, Fang, or the chat will
If they're that quick,
right.
like tonight, then I'll have plenty of time to go through. It took all of like a half hour.
I know it was quick. I was expecting a little bit more of a fight, but we didn't. So thanks for watching, everybody. I appreciate it. Thanks, Ryfang, for joining me, and
Thanks for having me.
I'll catch you all another time. Have a good night. I may be back in the very AM morning, but probably not. I got to work on the card game. But thanks for watching, everybody.